The time is 11 o'clock on this late Wednesday night, October 10th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, October 10th, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock, and it is 70 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news is Hurricane Michael smashes Florida Panhandle before moving inland, at least one dead reported. While extremely dangerous, Hurricane Michael pumps state of emergency in North Carolina. Ex-Pennsylvania Governor Edmund Dale sends up for supervised ejection sites. Looking at the Chris Sale to start Game 1, David Price Game 2 for Boston Red Sox at ALCS. Chinese spy charged with trying to steal U.S. aviation trade secrets. President Trump just showed how Republicans will fight Medicare for all. Arrest the limo company's operator board sole responsibility for deadly crash, police said. New York man wanted to blow himself on the National Mall on Election Day. Sweet bit out in the fears grow. Trump won't confront Saudis over journalist's disappearance. Israel tells U.S. student arena to refuse to leave the country. Pope Francis abortion is like hiring a hitman. Peru arrests opposition leader Keiko Fujimori over corruption. Cops caught patrolman John Minnies dead at the age of 63. Norfolk man sentenced in child abuse case. Dow went out to 831 points as tech stocks plunge. Looking at stocks, the Dow down 831.83 points to 25.59.74. SP 5 down 94.66 at 27.8568, and Nasdaq down 3 to 15.97 points at 22.05. Stocks plunge as Fed centers with China better tech shares. A flash flood in the Spanish island of Majorca killed at least 10 people on Tuesday. Peruvian opposition leader today for money laundering accusations. 550 pound World War II bomb defused removed in Potsdam, Germany. South Korea conservatives reject changes in anti-communist law. Texas man gets 6 years first. Bangladesh immigrants across border. USPS seeks to raise forever stamp rate by 5 cents. Chinese intelligence official was arrested in Belgium and threatened the United States to face FBI charges, the U.S. Department of Justice said Wednesday. Former Attleboro cemetery worker sentenced to jail for stealing cash and checks. Attleboro, Rhode Island man pleaded guilty to stealing a purse and not a was rental car outside a North Attleboro gym after a judge dismissed most of the charges against him. In Newton, U.S. Representative Joseph Kennedy III touted the work of William James College during a visit on Wednesday as he participated in a panel discussion to feature mental health treatment as he needs to bolster mental health treatment. Representative Rich Ross went for one debate challenger Becca Wash. Acts of kindness uplift bullied Stoughton teen. It's story time at Stoughton Tassa Brews. The moon eclipsed the sun, then bees stop buzzing. Newly discovered volcano last world as a haven of a marine life. Moon's a real term for the moon of a bigger moon. 5 children in Washington State stricken with limb paralysis, health officials investigating. While to in Michigan, there's not a concern in Missouri and Kansas, experts said, and the flu is here and it's going to get worse. But in Boston, Massachusetts, aircraft earlier to a loaded airport, aircraft coming in an unknown problem and 91 souls on board has since landed safely runway 22L. Peter Childers saw 11:04 on this late Wednesday night. I'm now for a spot support. Jimmy Butler is top completely on his practice as relations with Wolves are not fixed. Head of promotion split in Chad Canas, Jimmy Johnson of the 2018 season, and the Not Lancers swept the Medway Mustangs in cross country, and the boys soccer the Not Lancers edge out the Medway Mustangs 3-2. Through one period, Anaheim Ducks and Coyotes 1-1 the score. Philadelphia Phillies 7, Ottawa Senators 1, and the Washington Capitals 5, Vegas Golden Knights 2. Peter Childers on 11:04 on this late Wednesday night. It's time now for a Peter Channel traffic and trends to check. Beep! On the MBTA train, Lowell Line train 346, 9:55 p.m. for Lowell's up at 34 minutes past between Lowell and North Station to earlier police activity. And Thursday are looking good. Okay, look at the Dodgers and Cowboys of New England on this Wednesday night. In Boston vicinity, 485 at the northbound side. Little slow man, 185 Wareham. 84 westbound side, also Harvard Connecticut. 95 northbound side, also 91 Harvard Connecticut. 84 eastbound side, also Southbury, Connecticut. 91, 290 the northeastbound side, also in downtown Worcester. Spotted Turnpike at the northbound side, also Dover, New Hampshire. And 95 northbound side, so Ottawa, Maine, and Ottawa 59 at the northbound side, so in Southern Quebec and towards Montreal. Peter Childers died. 11:05 on this late Wednesday night, and it's time now for a weather report. It is October 10th, but it feels like a summer night. That's why I got all those fans going on. So if you're going to go to bed, make sure you turn on the air conditioner just for one night only, because it is going to be a little stuffy night. It's kind of like a taste of summer on this October 10th night. And to the west of us, we're seeing a lot of rain showers stretching the line from western Quebec and Ontario, stretching all the way down to Tennessee. And these is the remnants of Michael, now down in much of Georgia, as we zoom you into the radar, and it shows heavy bands of rain showers stretching the line from southeastern portions of Tennessee, then around southwestern much of Georgia, and a line from Chattanooga stretching down to Macon, and then around Tilton and around Columbus, Georgia, and zeroing in on the Atlanta metropolitan area. It is raining heavily in the line from College Park all the way down to Pleasantville and down to Stone Mountain, and raining a little heavily around the downtown metro Atlanta area, and never Atlanta heavy rain showers line from Stockbridge all the way down to Spitzick, and then all around to Walnut Grove. And rain showers line from western New York down to PA and down to eastern West Virginia and western Virginia, and some rain showers line from eastern Quebec down to upstate Maine and New Brunswick and down to central and eastern portion of Nova Scotia. Temperatures around the region, it is in the mid-60s, the low 70s, and southern New England it is in the 60s, the low 70s, and northern New England, the upper 50s in northern New Hampshire, and 40s and 50s in much of Maine, with a 56-degree reading up in Portland, Maine. The latest on Michael. It's still a Cat 1 hurricane with 75 miles per hour, wind 32.1 at the north, 83.8 to the west, moving northeast at 20 miles an hour. And it weakening as it moves across south central Georgia at 11 p.m. and storm flooding gradually decreased on the Gulf Coast. And hurricane warning on the Gulf Coast of Florida has been discontinued. The storm surge warning is in effect to consider west of the Panama City and southeastern Keaton Beach. Storm surge warning is in effect for Panama City, Florida, the Keaton Beach, Florida. Storm surge watch in effect for Alcoa, Inland, North Carolina, the Duck, North Carolina, and the storm surge warning in effect for North Carolina Beach, Florida, the Duck, North Carolina, and at Palma and North Murray Sounds. At 11 p.m. each time the Southern Hurricane Michael was located by an NOAA Doppler radar to latitude 232.1 north, longitude 83.8 west. Michael is moving toward the northeast near 20 miles in this general motion shift to the motion toward the northeast at a faster speed. Force speed is expected on Thursday, Friday night on the forecast track. The core of Michael will move across the southwest of central Georgia overnight and move across the east central Georgia Thursday morning. Michael will then move northeast across the southeast of the United States by late Thursday and then move off the middle Atlantic coast by early Friday. Max and same winds increase to 75 miles an hour gusts, and Michael will suddenly weaken as it crosses the southeastern of the United States by Thursday night, becoming a trough zone by Thursday morning, and Michael is forecast to be strengthened in some Thursday night, and Friday, when it moves off the east coast on the east United States, becomes a post-tropical cyclone on Friday. Hurricane force winds exceed 30 miles an hour from the center tropical storm, force winds exceed 160 miles an hour, the central pressure 970 millibars, rain for 65 inches. Some surge, water levels at the beginning of recede, and some locations have a combination of a dangerous storm surge and the tide will continue to cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded by reservoir waters. Moving inland from the shoreline, the water has the potential to reach the fall and the head of the above ground as the peak surge occurs at high tide. And Panama City, Florida, the Keaton Beach, Florida, 3 to 5 feet, sun side of the North Carolina Outer Banks from the Alcoa Inlet, the Duck, 2 to 4 feet, and Toxic and Hurricane Bleach are current over the ports of the Florida Panhandle on the southeastern Alabama and the southwestern Georgia, and will continue to spread inland over the south central Georgia by the night. Tropical conditions are expected to spread northward within the water area along the southeast United coast beginning tonight, Friday. Gale storm force wind expected with a portion of the Southeastern Virginia and extreme northeastern North Carolina and the Delmarva Peninsula as Michael becomes structural off the Carolina coast late Thursday and Friday. And Michael is expected to produce following rainfall mixture Friday. In Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia, 3 to 6 inches. That's a maximum at 8 inches. This rainfall could lead to last winter and flash floods and flooding additional inch rain is possible. And the hurricane moves away from the state eastern Mid-Atlantic and southern New England coast 1 to 3 inches. And outside tornadoes remain possible tonight and Thursday morning from Georgia and the Carolinas and swells journey by Michael will affect the coast of the eastern, northern, and western Gulf of Mexico Thursday morning as swells are likely to cause light rains over recurring conditions. Please slow down from your local weather office. Alright, looking at the futurecast. Futurecast, and it shows some rain showers then around west of Albany by about 1 a.m. and then 3 a.m. Rain showers will make its way towards Circus in Utica and down for west of Pittsburgh around Altoona by about 3:30 while seeing some rain showers up around Central Hampshire to Maine by about 3:30 a.m. and then 5:30 a.m. It'll be headed the heavy rain be towards the Atlantic and western Vermont by about 6 a.m. and then 8 a.m. It'll be situated around northern New England and then by about 10 a.m. and then noontime western Massachusetts and New York City and Philadelphia and Baltimore and D.C. around noontime and then 2 p.m. It'll make its way towards 7 and Connecticut and western Massachusetts by about 2 o'clock and then 4 o'clock. Whammo! It'll be on line from Augusta, Maine all the way into Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Dover, Delaware by about 4 o'clock. And then it'll be down around the southeast of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut by about 11 o'clock. So we're going to be in for a silker tomorrow with the remnants of Michael. We are in a period of northwest wind gets to 35 50 miles by be possible Thursday night and Friday across the far southeast New England coast and the greatest possible portion of Cape and then take the wind advisory maybe appears to be needed then. How's what I'm not expected at the time and flash flood watch. Flash flood watch for portion of the southeast of Massachusetts, Rhode Island included the following areas in the southeast of Massachusetts, Bristol and Plymouth in Rhode Island, Buck Island, Bristol and Kent and no better Providence and Washington from Thursday afternoon to Friday morning and tropical moisture to converge ahead of an area of low pressure and sweeping cold front beginning Thursday afternoon and continuing by Thursday night. Shortly after the remnants of Hurricane Michael will lift along the cold front and by Friday morning. The amount of heavy rainfall is anticipated, averaging around 2 to 3 inches of the area will locally heavy amounts, especially with any thunderstorm activity at as high as 3 to 5 inches. Additional concern with the continuous rain for a long period of time could stream northeast across the region and potentially occur within a 1 to 3 hour window. There would be possibility for that flash flood to occur. Streams and small rivers are running higher than normal and weather. Rain remains very saturated from a series of heavy rainfall events from late September to early October. Therefore, a range of the vulnerable to flash flood. That's with the tides are running slightly higher than average given the new moon with any excessive rainfall during the high tides when there will be poor drainage issues and in addition to flooding for shoreline communities. Alright, looking at the forecast. Good like this tonight. Mostly clouds about 65 degrees southwest, about 5 miles an hour for Thursday. Slight showers before noon. And rainy May afternoon, there's a fall before 1 p.m. minus 73 degrees. Wind about 8 miles an hour, gust 20 miles an hour. Chance rate is 8%. New percent between half a quarter and 3/4 inches possible Thursday night. Rain and possibility thunderstorm before 1 a.m. Then a chance rain thunderstorm between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. And rain likely possibly a thunderstorm after 3 a.m. Some sources put us every rain. Low and 59 degrees and southwest about Friday 8 miles an hour becoming west arm midnight. Winds gust 20 miles an hour. Chance rate is 8%. New percent less than 3/4 inches possible Friday. Chance rain before 9 a.m. Then hot however, mid morning in the gradual cool night at 62 degrees. North about 5 to 10 miles gust 24 miles an hour. Chance rate is 30%. New percent less than 7 inches possible for Friday night. Most gust about 41 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Saturday. Chance shall remain before noon, but 70 clouds to be cool at about 53, about 35 degrees, chance rate to 30%. For Sunday, Sunday mostly clouds about 57, about 46 degrees. Monday, chance showers at 9 a.m., but Sunday clouds about 63, about 44 degrees, chance rate to 45%. And Tuesday, chance showers mostly clouds about 37, about 30 degrees, and chance rate to 30%. For Wednesday, most times about 57 degrees. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, October 10th, 2018. I viewers hope you have a good night with a good positive to hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning in the morning. Hope you have a good night.